Hi guys, today I'm going to take you through the Rose Oracle created by Rebecca Campbell and with artwork by Katie-Louise. It's a very beautiful deck with a lot of, subtle imagery. But first of all, I want to, take a quick moment to just look at the layout here. This is for, placing your displaying your entire deck, but this one is actually, I'm not sure if I can, you can probably see it somehow. You can just put the card, if you make a one part card pull or two cards, you can actually use the lid to display it. See, it looks like this from the side. So you can just have it, at your altar or wherever you prefer to have it, and it can just be there on display for, whatever time you may need to take in the message. So that's the functional part of it, which is actually it's a good invention. I like it. But let's put the box aside. And for a quick moment, let's just look at this, because every Oracle deck needs a good guidebook, in my opinion. I love a guidebook that actually tells a story about how this Oracle deck, or Tarot deck for that matter, how it came to life, what inspired the artist, what inspired the creator, and the Rose Oracle has that. There is a very beautiful introduction, how Rebecca Campbell herself got to collaborate with the Rose, with Mother Rose. There's a very beautiful section about, what the rose has meant throughout history to all kinds of people. It is a flower that's used in mysticism, in herbalism, in pretty much everywhere you look, you're gonna see the rose in some context. And other than that, of course, you have the guideline for how to use the deck for those who may not be so familiar with it, or those who might need some extra inspiration. And then we have the, what do you call that? The cards themselves, the explanations of the cards themselves. Remember, please, that your intuition is always, the best guideline. Of course, you can always read the text within and kind of tap into which of the words that actually represents you. You may also find that the entire text relates to you. But it's kind of like pick a card readings, whether done by me or by anybody else on YouTube or Instagram for that matter. Any pick a card reading, there will either be, those readings where everything is just hitting into your solar plexus. Everything is just making you goosebump. And you will have pick a card readings where not everything is as, connected to you, but you have a very, very strong feeling which parts of the reading that is. Same thing with Oracle, not just this one, but any Oracle guidebook or Tarot guidebook. There will be things that are just so spot on that your hairs on your arm are just going to pop. And there will be things where, well, it's not entirely me, but these things, damn, they mean something to me. So, yeah, it's a very beautiful guidebook. Has a good thickness to it. So there's a lot of information in here. And of course, the attunement card and some words to follow the Oracle deck. Now, let's tap into the Oracle deck itself. I'm going to say, let's just put this aside for a bit. This is not in the order that you're going to open it in if you purchased it, because I have used this deck extensively. I bought it, let's just start flipping things over. The Wild Rose. I bought it because my grandmother's name, rest her soul, is Rosa with an A. And she's meant the absolute world to me. So I wanted a deck that I felt could connect me to my grandmother or her spirit. And I went on the market and I found a few examples of, you know, of oracle decks and tarot decks that were kind of, rose related. But I ended up purchasing this one, and I am so glad I did so, because I'm going to show you a card. When it pops up, I'm going to tell you. So I'm using this whenever I want to connect to my grandmother or any ancestral spirit. That's what I use it for. If I have questions about job, questions about, everyday life, I really don't use this one unless I specifically, want to tap into the energy of Grandmother Rosa, and ask her opinion, because it's, what am I guided? What is my sole purpose? Then I'm gonna call for her spirit's help. But as you can see, the imagery of the deck is subtle, it's very soft, it's very feminine, but the color work, I mean, is absolutely amazing. I love artistry in general, so when I see, a beautiful work of colors and blend of colors, my eyes are happy. The child within. Look at that. The little wee baby. Can you see it? So, it is also a, I think it's fair to say that it's an oracle deck created by women, with women in mind, because it's actually, layout wise, design wise, even text wise, it is kind of, I sometimes do feel like I'm sitting in on on a women's circle, confiding each other something, because there are things that are very much female related. Does that mean that you can't use this as a man? No, it doesn't, because every single thing that this relates to, I can't remember if we passed that one. But there is no card here. There is no card in any oracle deck. I've had, I mean, fair to say, most oracle decks are created by women, and a lot of those decks are going to have, text imagery, stuff like that, that relates to the womb and giving birth and all that stuff. And obviously, you can't directly connect into that, as a man, but you can connect into life-giving source. So there is no symbolism in any oracle deck that cannot be used, no matter the gender. So yes, it looks very feminine, it is very feminine, but I actually think it's a very good oracle deck to use. Any deck actually with Rebecca Campbell is a good deck to use if you want to get in touch with, some more feminine aspects, and we all have them. Regardless of gender, we all have feminine aspects, and regardless of gender, we all have masculine aspects. That's the beauty of it. I know there's a lot of people in the world that's trying to divide the two genders, but I get ever so happy whenever people start talking about union, when people start talking about how connected we are, and how, both masculine and feminine are on this planet for a reason. This card is the one that I was looking for. I'm going to put it aside for a bit. Trust the seasons, because I'm going to tell you a little story of my introduction to this oracle deck. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I guess I love this one. I actually think it's the only yellow one in the deck, and it's every single time, literally every single time I pull it, I am stunned by how, I mean, there's no glitter or anything, but it just looks so vibrant and so shiny. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I love that card. Morning Dew. And what you'll also notice once you start working with the card is that, you know, there's it's ever so subtle, because, you know, in the background, different places, you'll see different things and notice different things. And I haven't studied every single card, but when you pull a card, and if there's something that really strikes your eye that's not in the immediate center, then I'm gonna say that that's probably a message for you. Yes. Look at this. This is one. I don't know if it actually picks up on the camera, but this actually seems like silhouettes of people joining. Yeah, it's beautiful. So we're almost. Oh, look at that beautiful rainbow. So we're almost there, almost at the end. I love this one too. I'm a very earthy kind of person. Well, actually, I'm pretty much a water sign, but I love working with the earth. I love working with plants and stuff like that. And this, with roots and everything, I love it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I wouldn't mind having this as a poster on the wall. Brothers of the Rose, the sacred masculine. Yes. It's not, for any guys out there, it's not, you know, everything encompassed in the sacred masculine once you start reading the book. It's actually, again, it's very feminine focused, so it deals with the sacred masculine that's about protecting the female, more or less. But, you know, sacred masculinity is a lot more than that. But it's an important part of it. But it's not protecting the female; it's protecting the family. That is, well, at least that's what it is to me. It's about the family, the sacred union. The sacred waters. So, last card. Oh, there it is. This is actually one of those where, you know, if you're a guy and you're not very good at sort of looking deeper, this is one of the cards that's going to give you a little bit of trouble, because it talks a lot about, you know, the womb, the life-giving, you know, seed, all that stuff. And as a guy, it can be, you kind of need to push that layer aside and look into what is your part of it. What is your part of the life giving, of the nurturing, of the creation? Because men have that too, but we have it in a different way. So so yeah, that's the cards. I'm gonna show you this one, because when I start, it's called the grandmothers. when I start a new oracle deck, I'm just going to put it up here for easy reason. When I start an oracle deck and sort of get to know it, I always pull 3 cards. Put them here. The first one is going to be, who are you? What am I? What is your strength? What is your identity? What is it that you can give? And then the second card is how the card views me, relates to me, and the third one is what I need to focus on in order to enhance my work with the card. Now, when I did this with this one that I specifically purchased because I wanted to get in touch with the spirit of my grandmother, and the identity card of the oracle deck was this. So yeah, I had goosebumps. I definitely felt like Grandmother Rosa was present with me. And I have been using this deck for that very reason, and only that reason. It's actually one of the few decks that I'm not very keen on having other people touch. So yeah. So that's it. That's the Rose Oracle. A beautiful, beautiful deck that, I mean, if you're familiar with Rebecca Campbell, it's not like it's a new deck. It has a few years on its resume, but if you're familiar with the Rebecca Campbell work and Katie-Louise work, you will kind of know what kind of feel the cards will have. They have the same size. Healing Waters. Healing Waters came after the Rose Oracle, by the way. Then we have the Starseed Oracle, I believe, and the Work Your Light. All of them have this beautiful imagery, very subtle, kind of feminine touch to the imagery. And yeah, it's another beautiful artwork by Rebecca Campbell and Katie-Louise. And to those of you who do not yet know it and might look for something soft, I'm going to go with soft. I'm going to go with, a gentle touch. If she talks a lot about the Mother Rose, and whatever connotations you get of the Mother Rose, if you feel like working that into your divination practice, I'm going to say that the Rose Oracle is probably the one to purchase if you don't have it already, because it everything that I can think of that resembles and reminds me of a Mother Rose, the nurturing, the caring, the unlimited kind of love, I feel this Oracle deck actually has it. So so that would be a good reason to go look into it. But yes, that was the Oracle deck. And before we finish, I'm just going to pull a card for the ones of you. If you're not interested in having a card or doesn't feel like this drawing is meant for you, then you are free to, move along or just, take it as it, no, not any of those. And just, take it as it resonates. Can we have a card, please? Yes, there it is. The Rose Garden. Oh, can you see this? There it is. Innocence, forgiveness, be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. I think there's a lot of us interested in these matters, the spiritual matters, that definitely needs that reminder every now and again. because sometimes we do work ourselves too hard. Forgive yourself for the things that you may have done, but you didn't know how to do otherwise. It's okay. I'm gonna let this card just sit here for a while. Just slowly tap into it. Try to resonate with what it tells you. I'm going to say goodbye in a minute, but you are more than welcome to pause or take a screenshot or whatever if you feel like you're not done with this card yet. But to anybody else, and you as well, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again on this channel. I'm still rather new to it, so I apologize for any rookie mistakes and all of that. But I send you all my blessings, and I hope you will have a fantastic day wherever you are. Bless you.